Welcome to Holy Cross Health Diabetes Prevention Program, Cooking with Cathy. As you know, or maybe you don't know, it is National Diabetes Prevention Awareness Month. So we are so happy that you're joining us today. I'm really excited about this side dish today because as Thanksgiving's coming, and the best part about this side dish is you can make it ahead of time. And I find that to be very helpful. Ingredients, I will show them to you as always. Carrots, parsnips. So this time I didn't cut it so you guys can see. If you've never used a parsnip, it's like a carrot and it is sweet. It's delicious. In soups, to roast it, it really adds a lot of nice flavor. I have sweet potato. So it's all root vegetables. It's a nice handy way to serve them. And then I separated out the red beets and the red onion because I don't want them to discolor the parsnip, especially the parsnip, it's white. And I got the big carrots, you could see how big. So the carrots were about the size of the parsnips because I find them to be sweeter. You can certainly use smaller carrots. You can use the baby carrots if you want to save yourself some time in chopping. So the first thing I'm going to do is create the dressing that goes on the roasted, the root vegetables that I will roast. I'm going to add the olive oil. And again, you guys know I love my mini spatulas because it's really good for small spaces. So extra virgin olive oil, about 1.5 tablespoons. It's not much. And I have about 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, probably 1.25 tablespoons, a little more. A little bit of pepper, not much pepper. It's about 1/2 teaspoon and a little tiny bit of salt. Same thing, 1/2 teaspoon. And then any herbs, any fresh herbs you like. I have rosemary. You can use sage. You can use thyme. Rosemary always makes the house, well, any of the herbs, sage, rosemary will make the house smell wonderful. So first I'm going to coat the light colored vegetables, and I wanted to show you, I know I usually don't cut on camera, I wanted to show you cutting the parsnip. Make sure you can see the cutting board. Let me move that out of the way. So I left the skin on the parsnip and I peeled the other side. You can go either way, but I wanted you to see what it looks like. You don't have to peel the carrots, you don't have to peel the parsnips. You can leave the skin on. I took it off today because I had time. But if you're short on time, you know, you're rushing, it's Thanksgiving, you're trying to get everything set, you can leave the skin on. And the recipe says to cut on a diagonal. Remember, use your claw. So if you're not skilled at cutting on a diagonal, you can certainly cut it any way that works best for you. So these come out in super, super big slices. So I'll toss that in a bowl. Toss that in with carrots and sweet potato. I tend to cut my sweet potato smaller than the recipe calls for because I like it to come out soft. I find that the sweet potato tends to be the one that will be hard. We can eat sweet potato raw, but we typically don't. Obviously, carrots, beets, onion, you can eat that raw. So that would be fine if those items were not cooked as well as the sweet potato. All right, so I'm going to keep it separated today. I'll spread that out on one side. I'll make sure you can see. Spread that out. Then there's plenty left. There's plenty of oil and dressing left in the bowl to coat the red onion and red beets. If you don't like red beets or you don't want the mess of red beets, you can certainly use the golden beets. And if you have non-beet eaters, sometimes they take to the golden beets a little bit better because it's very similar looking to a potato. All right. Make sure, I love this pan because it's nice and big. Spread the vegetables out in a flat layer. So they cook evenly. So I have the oven on 425, and it's to cook for about 30-40 minutes so that when you pierce with a fork, it's nice and soft. I like to put in a little sprig of rosemary because it makes the house smell really good. All right, so I will put that in 30-40 minutes. And if you make the whole recipe, it says to divide it between 2 pans. So guess what? Here we go. Finished product. Super easy. And again, the best part is you can do it ahead of time and store it in an airtight container. The recipe says up to 5 days. I wouldn't do that personally. I wouldn't 3 days, but a day or 2 before, and you're good to go. You have your root vegetables, so you can get that out of the way and work on your main course and your side dishes, adding some greens and such.